This is the Southwest Outdoors Report, powered by your Texas Chevy dealer.
The calendar has turned to the month of June, and that means one thing in the Southwest region. It is catfish time, and that's what we're here to talk about on today's episode. I'd like to welcome you into beautiful Lake Ray Roberts, and we are here to fish for channel catfish, something I have never done on this lake before. I've caught bass and crappie and white bass here, but never catfish. Why is it catfish time? They are spawning around the Southwest region. They're moving up shallow in 3 to 6 feet of water to lay their eggs around rocks. That makes them very accessible, and you can find and catch them on your local lake. We'll give you all the tips, techniques, and information on how to do that. While we're doing that, you're going around the region for your very latest fishing reports from our team of reporters. We'll also have an update for you from the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department on the giant Salvinia plant invasion in the Southwest. We'll have a major announcement from Tracker Marine about a price reduction on many of their boats. We'll show you a brand new product by the Lowrance Electronics Company, a much more affordable product than ever before. We'll have the big catch of the week with an unusual fish, and we'll have all the information about the big reopening of Squaw Creek Reservoir in North Texas and all the information you'll need to put your boat in that lake. So right now, the Tracker Pro 16 boat goes in the water at Lake Ray Roberts, and you go back to Heather at the FSN Studios for your Chevy weekend planner.
According to the Saloon tables, the best fishing times for our first weekend in June will start a little after sunrise and again right around sunset on both Saturday and Sunday. The sun will be rising roughly at about 6:20 a.m. and setting at about 8:30 p.m. We will have a crescent moon, 43% illuminated. Saturday is free fishing day for all of you Texas viewers. You can fish without a license all day long. Plus, Texas Parks and Wildlife is offering a lot of activities throughout the state. Check their website for more details. Now back to Barry and his quest for Mr. Whiskers.
Thanks very much, Heather. We're out on Ray Roberts right now, and I've got my spinning rig set up with my slip bobber, and I want to show you something. This shows you that the catfish are up shallow spawning right now. Look right here on the shore. That is a blue heron, and he's caught a big catfish. That tells you the catfish are up shallow spawning right there. That catfish was right up next to the rocks, and that blue heron nabbed him. I don't see any way that bird can get that big a fish. Look at him, he's gonna try to eat it. Well, we'll do a little fishing along these rocks and maybe along the dam, see if we can catch a few catfish. Stay with us. Gary Dollahan and the Sooner Beat Oklahoma Fishing Report is coming up next.
This is the Southwest Outdoors Report, powered by your Texas Chevy dealer.
Oh, it went down. There's one, got him. Catfish. All right. All right, it's a start. Doing some catfishing. This is at Lake Ray Roberts, located between Gainesville and Denton, Texas. Let's put him back. Watch this. The catfish are spawning on the rocks right now all across our region. When this water temperature gets into the 70s, like it is right now, the last of the 4 major species in our region to spawn does so. The channel catfish typically spawn shallower than the other major species, the blue catfish. The blue cats get larger. They typically will stay out a little deeper, and the channel catfish will move in here real shallow. Now I want to kind of drift along and show you these rocks that are right under the surface of the water here. These are perfect catfish spawning rocks. They're big flat rocks with a lot of cracks in between them, and those catfish will worm their way up into those cracks, and that's where they'll lay their eggs to reproduce. So anytime you find these big flat rocks that come way out under the surface and drop off, that's perfect catfish spawning water. We got it going right now. Let's go north to Oklahoma. Here's Gary Dollahan with the Sooner Beat.
If you like chasing trophy bass, Boyd will have the spot for you. This is Dripping Springs Lake near Okmulgee, Oklahoma, and it's managed by the state as a trophy bass fishery. It has a protective slot limit of 16 to 22 inches, and you're only allowed one fish over 22 inches. You've got a chance to really catch a good one, and that was proved recently by the Department of Wildlife when they did an electrofishing survey here just a month ago. They collected more than 1,100 fish, and of those, 21 were over 6 pounds, 3 were over 7, and 2 were over 10. All those fish are released back into the lake. They're good to go. They're here to be caught. Catch them on this lake a variety of ways, whatever you like to do best. You have grass, you have rocks, you have wood. So your favorite baits work here as they would anywhere. You don't compete with water skiers and tournament anglers because those events aren't allowed on the lake. I ran into local guide Mike Taylor on the lake and asked him to show me his 5 favorite baits for fishing on Dripping Springs. We're going to take a look at those. So one thing about it, if you have a chance to fish this lake, check it out. You're going to like it. You can't catch it if you don't go. See you on the water.
This week on the Lowrance Hot Lake of the Week, I'd like to be the first to officially announce to you that Squaw Creek Reservoir, southwest of Fort Worth, is back open officially to the public as of this weekend. Here are the details you'll need to know. The park is open for boat traffic Thursday through Sunday each week. It's limited to the first 100 boats per day. The entrance fee is $30 per boat, cash only. The park opens at 7 a.m. and you must be off the water by 4 p.m. You must register online, and only beginning on Monday of the week you're going to fish, and each person can only fish 1 day per week. So now let's give you a little information about Squaw Creek Reservoir, and to do that, let's go to the Lowrance HDS 5 here on my Tracker Pro 16 bass boat. We locate the lake southwest of Fort Worth off US 377, which is here. Lake Granbury is here, and Squaw Creek is south down Texas 144. We switch to the Navionics Hot Maps Platinum chart for all the detail. And by the way, the new Navionics cards are the new micro SD cards that come in an adapter. You place that card in the slot on the HDS5 and the software automatically recognizes it. The lake is 3,200 surface acres with a max depth of 125 feet. The nuclear power plant is here, the water intake is here, the outlet comes out here. The main feeder creek, Squaw Creek, enters from the north. It's a very deep lake, over 100 feet of water in the middle and the lower end here. There is good fishing in the major creeks and off the main lake point. That's this week's Lowrance Hot Lake of the Week. Stay with us. Cajun Phil and Kevin are up next with your Cajun Bites.
The Southwest Outdoors Report, powered by your Texas Chevy dealers, is brought to you by quality award-winning Tracker boats. Fish the finest. By Lowrance, makers of the HDS, high-definition systems. And by Jean LaRue Lures and Bobby Garland Baits, quality soft plastic baits made in Oklahoma with American pride.